Alright, it's time for another Rock Jesus game. You know what's likely happened for me to have to pick them. Which one? The enemy team pretty much counterpicked themselves. Well, not really. I picked Malphite into them. They first picked Shaco, then they got themselves Nidalee and Fiora, and, man, Corky, and I decided, you know what? Malphite would be insanely perfect for this. They're mostly physical. In fact, they're all physical, even Nidalee like half the time. So, Malphite will tear them to pieces with his E, as well as the fact that they're all pretty smushy and have no actual initiation outside of Leona, and I'll be able to crush them. So, Malphite was like the definitive best pick I could have made. First things first, though, there's a fucking Shaco in the game, and I know he's going to try to gank top lane, so I'm just sitting here just waiting, there he is. So, I smack him around a few times, he blinks over, and still manages to kill the Shyvana anyways. You know, when I ever see a Shaco in a game, I always have to think, does somebody just wake up and go, you know what? Fuck everybody. I don't want anybody else to have fun but me. In fact, I don't want to have fun. I just want to make everybody feel bad about themselves. That's what I think goes through people who play Shaco's minds. Hell, he took Ignite as well, so he's like, I don't want to win. I just want to make you hate yourself. Anyways, runes and masteries. I believe it was attack speed red, armor yellow, magic resistance blues, and attack damage quins. My masteries were 9, 21, 0. Super slap. Especially now with your W, you can just spam that in every camp instead of having to use only your E. Still, nonetheless, Malphite, of course, I've always mentioned what he does best, counters physical champions. My item build will be pretty much only tank. Frozen Heart is my core item. I'll tell you this right now. My bottom lane, I did say you guys can stall him at blue, but I didn't really mean they should suicide. I'm trying to steal the blue from the Shaco. If I did, and that set him back a lot. Turns out the Shaco's nearly dead, so he's forced to go home after this, and it gives me a leg up. He's been pretty much one of the most pussy-footed Shakos I've seen in a while. And this Shyvana, holy crap, is she mad? Like, she hasn't bought any damn armor, and she's fighting. Well, now she bought some armor, but she should have bought herself a chain vest against the Fiora. The Fiora keeps almost 100%ing, doing 100% of the damage to her with just one spell. There, I used Smite on the Golem because I didn't want it to be stolen. I only paid attention later to the map, realizing that Shaco and the Nidalee were nowhere around. So it was my bad. But still, the Ahri responded in a pretty negative manner. Right now, my Shyvana teammate is yelling at us, saying nobody's helping her. Like, oh, this Malphite hasn't ganked it for me. I'm like, motherfucker, I try to help you against the Shaco. And then, I have my ultimate, and I'm killing other people. Right now, I'm just kind of helping Ahri, because I couldn't get her blue, and she's kind of getting pounded by Nidalee. And not in the good way, the strap-on kind of way, and more in the way that she's losing. She's being penetrated by the wrong thing, the spears. Either way, Blitzcrank comes in. We just juggle that bitch around, pulls her in, my ultimate hits her, bam, all that damage goes down. Lovely right there. Meanwhile, the Shaco trait keeps trying to camp the Shyvana. It's not going to really amount to much. I don't know if that was warded. Shaco kind of responded a little bit late. Either way, Frozen Heart, Randu, and Zoman is my core. Once I buy those items, the enemy team won't be able to do dick. Once again, the Shyvana dies, and she's yelling at us in the chat saying, nobody fucking helps me. And I'm like, dude, I have like, what, 3 kills, 2 assists in other lanes. I've been doing other stuff. Hell, right now, I flash over the wall and just pound this Corky to the ground. Then, of course, Leona decides, you know what? Well, actually, no, Blitzcrank pulls her in. But then Leona was going to try to kill the Blitzcrank, and I decided to use my ultimate and lock her in, so he wouldn't have died. So 2 kills and 2 assists. Doing well so far. The Shyvana now at least gets to farm under her tower and doesn't have to worry about the Fiora. Fiora's roaming around trying to do things, but to be honest, I don't think she'd be able to do... At this point, I thought, she shouldn't be able to do anything against me or my teammates. I have a lot of armor. I have a lot of cooldown reduction, so my E will be spammed. And hell, my ultimate is almost up again. That shit gets, just maximized real quickly. As Malphite, you want to buy yourself some armor. Well, either way, Fiora goes in, actually does manage to kill the Ahri. In comes Shyvana, picks off a kill with an Ignite. Hooray! The enemy team is gathered in mid. My teammates are sort of late to the party, but the stealth I get to initiate right now. Come on. Go, boom, I love that. And Blitzcrank gets to go in, ends up pulling, the Nidalee instead of the, Corky. But it's not his fault. The Nidalee kind of jumped in there trying to be, all bodyguard kind of sort. Shaker comes in, picks up the Blitzcrank, is all sad. I don't have an ultimate, so I can't do Dragon, even though my teammates are pinging to go. I'm like, I don't have an ultimate, we would lose really quickly. We will die like sad little puppies. I don't know, if you guys ever watch Kung Pao, one of my favorite lines from that is, be like a monkey in a piñata. Say, like, just hope children don't reach with the stick. Well, Fiora just, I bet she was waiting patiently for my ultimate before she used hers, but I just smacked her around with my rock fists. Dead Fiora. The Shyvana now is basically recovered. Unintentionally recovered. I didn't really mean to gank her lane too much. I just thought, you know what? Fiora's just asking to die, so I went up and helped her. I've always used the phrase, jungle triage. If your lane is losing so much, or there's such dicks that you don't think they're going to be worth helping, I just abandon them. In this case here, boom, ultimate picks off the Leona. I probably didn't want to get to kill myself. I kind of wanted to hit the Corki and CC him. But Corki dies by, fortunately, just by getting turned over by the RA. So all is well in the world. Even so, we're still behind in gold thanks to the dragon and the tower kills. And we may have more kills, but holy crap, my team's sort of confused half the time. In comes Shaco. I smite the box in order to fuck him over. Fun fact, if you're ever dueling, if you ever know Shaco's gonna duel against you, save your smite. If you smite his little box, there's dick he can do against most characters. He's arguably one of the more dangerous duelists in the game, but also one of the worst. Like, without his box and without outmaneuvering you, he's weak as shit. You'll kill him with a breeze. Hell, like, you just pat him slightly in his testicles and he keels over. Anyways, it's, Twitch kills Nidalee. Dies right there. I finally give blue to Yari. Advantage for us. In comes the Shaco here against the Shyvana and the Fiora. They group up and then they decide to, go the wrong direction together. Ultim, Shaco bleeds to death all over the bushes. Fiora just flashes over the wall and she's going to escape. However, we get ourselves a delicious Leona. We get, sun vagina. Actually, no, she gets away. Twitch gets, decides to eat a full-ass spear from the Nidalee for some reason. And dies. This is going to be a recurring theme with Twitch, actually. He's going to keep eating these things. And it's going to be detrimental. Right now, I'm the only one who hasn't died in the game. And, it's kind of always a habit, isn't it? I'm not a habit. It's kind of a pattern here. Every single Malphite game I play, I don't seem to die. It's mostly because I counter everybody, and it's like their damage just tickles me. If I had played Malphite against a more magic-oriented team, of course I wouldn't have done dick. But the enemy team picked pretty much only physical, so they're easy to deal with. And my team decides to, be the ones who suicide and die for me, so it's like, as much as I want to die, the sweet embrace of death does not reach me. It only reaches my teammates. But it's because they fully, embrace it with their arms open. They're like, open their legs for it. Like, look at this. Twitch goes in melee range against Fiora, opens up in melee range, and then wonders why he just got butchered. It's like, what did you expect to happen, dude? Like, it should have been obvious Fiora was in, the bushes the second you saw she was running away. So, here, I try to kill the Fiora, with a Blitzcrank because we got her near the tower. And then, we don't have exactly enough damage, so I decided to bail. It was worth the attempt, at least. But holy shit, this Twitch, it's like, he wants to die. The Blitzcrank as well, you've seen him die quite a few times already. It's, his desire to live is not there. And, alright, once again, the Twitch decides to, try to fight the Shaco a little bit and dies. I fight the Shaco. He tries to, put damn box thing. The second he puts it, I smite the shit out of it. Fuck your little box. Then he tries to be all G and escape, and then, we end up using the red trick. And it comes to be that he's just kind of standing there, hoping we don't find him and kill him. Once again, he was the monkey in the piñata, and we swung hard enough to break through. So, boom, ultimate on two people. They jump on me. They realize they can't do much damage, but I back off. In comes Ari to just annihilate two people. And then she sees a Corki's just kind of straggling by, and he gets killed too. So, triple kill for the Ari. She's a beast right now. I find her to be my most MVP right now, because if I use my ultimate appropriately and she follows up, we're going to just wreck their asses so hard. Now, Nidalee jumps against Twitch for some damn reason and then realizes that was a bad idea and dies promptly. And that pretty much doesn't really give us anything because watch this. Watch this. The Blitzcrank decides to flash in and fight for some reason alongside the Shyvana and easily gets butchered. I show up, use my ultimate, hit 3 people, but we don't actually have any damage to do anything. The Twitch decided rates are more important. Now he finally does show up after the Shyvana bleeds all over the river. Fight breaks out, we kill Corky, then, he dies as well. So it's like, this fight's a fucking mess. Holy shit, I'm not going to be able to kill Leona because, Nidalee's going to show up and give her a heal. But then Ahri picks it up, so I love this Ahri so far. I love it. But man, you can see what I mean by my bottom lane has kind of a trigger finger in life. They're living life on the edge. They're the rednecks who drive their, monster truck up a hill and then promptly drive it into the river. And then they die at age 24 and they say Bubba died doing what he loves, eating jerky and drinking beer while driving. Unfortunately, half the other people in this car decided they did follow him in and die too. Either way, they're bringing us all down and whatever. This Fiora constantly just realizes she can't be anywhere near me. My E at this point is at max rank and will take out more than half of their attack speed along with the Frozen Heart. So you'll see their 1.4 attack speed plummet to 0.7. They won't do dick. And the Fiora unfortunately did not build as a caster. Well, she actually did. She built like a half caster, half damage. So at least her ultimate will hit like a fucking truck. And that's kind of what she needs. I'm surprised actually, paying second, attention to it now. She built appropriately. Like if she built more attack speed, then she would have been destroyed by me. I don't know if she intentionally set out to be more AD caster against the Malphite. But it's actually effective. It's actually something she could do. She still can't do any damage to me, and, I just press E and all their damage plummets. Here, this is painful. My ultimate misses, and I feel like a shitbag. However, my teammates kind of collapse on them, and the enemy team can't really do anything. Their damage is pitiful. I hit my E, and I'm armor, and my teammates are kind of, able to just pick them off right after. So, we get 3 kills. Easy enough. The game's not over, as you can see. There's still a lot to it. This game, you haven't been paying attention and you thought this game was going to be entirely easy. In comes the enemy team. I take out the Banished Veil from the Leona. In comes the Fiora. I smack her around a little bit. If she gets close, I use my Randuins. I use my E. All shit breaks loose. They can't do any damage to me. I'm just like, I am unstoppable. But of course I'm going to die. I do have my ultimate to escape, but I decide to use it on the enemy team to get 2 of them. I thought it was going to be 3. Hopefully that the Twitch would be able to kill them all. Unfortunately, he only kills 1 and then promptly dies. It's just, my life wasn't worth it. I gave a small bounty. Well, actually, no, I gave a large bounty. I gave a max bounty. Holy shit, those assists actually racked up. But, I have 4 kills, 1 death, and 20 assists. That makes my dick rock solid. But anyways, my teammates for some reason decide to fight, even though they had no real reason to, and they all die, including the Shyvana by that lone rocket. Again, the Blitzcrank's life expectancy is low. He's the one who makes the statistic go down. If child mortality rates accounted for, a lot of the the death ratios or life expectancies of people being so low, he's probably 50% of that. Anyways, we group up again. We give a little bit of chase. We remove the Leona's Banshee's Veil, and then she dies. My team gives a little bit of chase, but watch this. This is the perfect example of PO. Shaco shows up. Boom! I lock him in with everything I have to make sure he'd stay right there and long enough for Twitch to just murder him. If I haven't done that in a successive CC lockdown with slows and attack speed shreds and all that stuff, Twitch would have probably still died. So that was Bodyguard 101. Fucking pop everything in a succession enough to in a proper succession to lock them down enough so your teammates would live. We catch yourself a Corky there, we kill him. We catch yourself a Leona, we kill her, and we push the inhibitor. We push the Nexus Tower. And if you think the game is over, then you haven't been paying any fucking attention to this game. We promptly just proceed to die. The enemy team collapses on us, pushes us, and here comes the Fiora with all her ultimate mightiness. So we all die, we all bleed on this perfect brick road, and all we have left is Ahri to protect the towers. So, it seems we may have lost here, right? And if you think that, again, you still haven't been paying any fucking attention. So they're doing Baron instead of pushing like they should have, and they barely got fun done. I missed my fucking ult again because, you know, if you've been paying attention, that kind of became a habit near the end of the game where I had bad ultimates. The early game was full of good ones, but still, they can't seem to collapse on us appropriately. They get CC'd, they get stunned, they get all that shit, and then they get picked off and killed. Fun fact, the Fiora blamed the Leona for getting caught. I'm like, the Nidalee got caught too, except she had a flash to escape. You guys all decided to fight instead of just run for your lives, so it's not really Leona's fault there. Stupid fuck. Fiora's really a huge dick to everybody on her team, but whatever, we win. The Shyvana should learn some manners. The Blitzcrank has a short lease on life, and, you know, we made it up for it. Rock Jesus carried the day. Hooray for the Stone God.